how to start a dispatching company from abroad. So this is a video that talks mostly about getting into this business if you don't live in United States or maybe Canada. So anywhere else in the world. Now there might be some things here that you're going to see that would apply for U.S. Residents, but I want to base this just for these viewers that don't live in the United States, because I see there are a lot of questions, a lot of people who are interested in doing this from home, and they don't know where to start. Now, this is not a step-by-step instructional video. This is not a course. It's just a quick video where I will be talking how to set everything up, how to start, and then there might be a second part where we deep dive into more details, like how to get carriers to work with you and things like that. For now, we're just gonna concentrate on basics and how to start, and maybe encourage you to do this, because I myself am from Bosnia. Bosnia is in Eastern Europe, in Balkans area, used to be a part of Yugoslavia when I was little, and then we had all those wars, and after that the economy went down. Now it's recovering, but still, it's not as great as it could be, and a lot of people over there are struggling, and a lot of people trying to move out or maybe work online. And then I see that in other countries, like in other parts of Eastern Europe, Russia, Asia, Africa, wherever you might be, you might be looking for a better future. And I know I was, and there are still a lot of people in my country who do the same. So I would like you to succeed and do something that's meaningful, and maybe have a big business over there, maybe with employees. You never know. The only thing you have to do is start, and the best time to start is right now. Now let's do it. So trucking dispatching has been popular for a while here in the United States. We used to concentrate solely on authorities, and owner-operators would come to authority companies with their own authority, drive under them, or maybe form their own authority. But then there would be a problem with finding loads for them. Even though they have their own authority now, they still need loads, and they can't drive and look for loads. So they might have a relative or a friend, or maybe they will, like, when they are unloading, look for loads and loading. But that's kind of a hassle. So lately, they have been hiring these dispatching companies who charge a smaller percentage than a trucking authority, and they are open, these owner operators or even bigger carriers, they're open to work with any trucking dispatcher they want to. If you are owner operator leased to an authority, you have to work only for them. But this way, you have your own authority. You can work with any dispatching company, any dispatcher you want to. You're not tied to anyone. So if you have internet access and if you know English, then you can do it. English, it has to be somewhat good. It cannot be a bad English. I've seen people, who struggle, but they still do it. They still manage. I think if you're comfortable speaking English, then you should be okay. No matter, like my English is far from perfect. You might have mistakes. You have an accent, and that's fine as long as you do your job honestly and correctly. People will respect you, and they will not care about your accent or your English, as long as you give them loads, as long as you're honest. Like, with time, I know when I listen to non-native English speakers, in the beginning it's hard to understand, but once you talk to someone for a little bit, for a while, then you get to know their accent, and then you get to understand them. So don't worry about your English if it's not perfect, But like I said, you have to know some English. It can't be, it can't, it's crucial, because sometimes broker might tell you something and you would understand. One thing you can do, I know everywhere they have English courses, even online or locally, and I would suggest you do that, because then that way your English will get better with time. And then also you need the internet, and then of course you need a computer. So computer, one monitor is enough. If you have two, that's even better, but one monitor is enough. Fax machine, you don't need to have a fax machine. Everything is done, 95% of the business, maybe like 99% of the business is done through email. Email is free, like Gmail or any other carrier, like provider you want to go with. You can also sign up for fax numbers online, like eFax or CocoFax. And I didn't do a research if they will work with someone abroad, but I'm sure that there are people who would provide a US fax number if you live abroad. But like I said, most of the time, you don't need a fax number. You need a phone. There is this phone company, it's called OpenPhone, and you can use a US phone number through them. You can sign up through them and use it as an app on your cell phone. So it all works when you're connected on Wi-Fi at your home or wherever you're working from. So you connect your phone to the Wi-Fi, and then through the app, you use their phone services, and then they give you a US phone number. You can also use it on your computer. If you have a headset, then use it on your computer as a phone. And then the way it works, you choose area code, a city where you want to be located, in the United States, and they provide you with a US number, and you call for free. I mean, it's included in your monthly subscription, but there is no extra charge. You can call anyone here in the United States. I'm not sure about Canada, but United States is free, and you can call all the brokers or the carriers using that phone number from abroad. So that's one big part. Now, I'm gonna insert in this video, I called DAT board and truck stop, and then I asked them, what if you're based abroad? Can you use their services? Basically, they both said no. You would have to have someone here in the United States that you work with, a carrier, an owner operator, and then through them you can set up an account with the DAT board and with truck stop. So they will call that carrier and then make sure that you work with them. Like truck stops, and like you have to be leased onto them, but that's just a contract that you would fill out with them, like a lease contract, and that then they will let you set up an account with them for a fee, of course, but you'll have your own username and password, so you can use that to look for loads. Now, that board said even if you don't have a DOT number, you can still register with them, but you have to be based out of the United States. So in that case, I suggest that if you're able to set up a company in the United States, or if your carrier will let you use it. So like when you're just starting this business and it's hard to find carriers, trucking companies you're going to work with, owner operators, and it's going to be especially hard to find someone, and you don't have any experience, you're not working with anyone yet, and you ask them to use their DOT number to sign for a load board. I would be honest with them, and I would call until if you have to call 50 carriers with whoever is going to be willing to trust you with it. Just tell them you're starting, from what country, you will work for them, you will find loads for them, give them a discount, do a few loads for free, something in return as in exchange to sign up to the DAT board or truckstop.com. They don't have anything to lose. If you call me up and I have my own DOT number and you ask me, I have nothing to lose. Maybe you're gonna even pay them extra. Tell them, hey, I'll pay you, subscribe. Like if the subscription is like $50 per month, I'll give you $50, another $50 per month. That's $100 for you per month, but still, it's better than nothing, and you can make that money easy and quickly. And I think if you get into this business and you're abroad, your overhead is really low. Like your subscriptions are going to be for your phone and for the truck stop or DAT board, maybe fax. If you're trying to get a professional email or a website, they're going to be really low, And like when you convert the money that you're going to make, the dollars to your own currency, because I know where I come from, Bosnian convertible mark, like for $1,000 over there, right now you get like 1,650 convertible marks. And like 1,600 marks is like a really good monthly salary over there. It's a good salary. And just imagine, like, if you make $500 a week doing this, then it's $2,000 a month, and probably where you live is going to be a lot of money. So it's well worth it. If you can find one or two owners that are willing to work with you and you do your best to dispatch them, you can make a good salary. Now, as far as like business structure that you have to go with in your country, I don't know anything about that. So you have to check. Like I know some countries may even have some rules if you're working online, if you're working for someone abroad, like for taxes, or if you're going to incorporate your business, or if you're going to open up a business at all. That's up to you. You have to figure that part out with your own country. I know that in Bosnia, it's hard to control everything, depending where you live, how strict they are. So that's up to you whether you're about to open up a company or no. And then another thing I know in these countries is sometimes it's really hard to open up a company. Like in Bosnia, it takes like 2 or 3 months and a stack of papers to just open up a company. These bureaucratic rules, it's just, stupid. That's why a lot of people work just like, illegally, because they don't let them open up a company. Only if you have a lot of money, if you have connections, then it's easier for you. But if you are starting from scratch, and then it's going to be hard. I know that. So that's up to you, which way you're going to work. So in this video, I want to here take you to my computer, and then like we said, if you're going to have a company, that you have to think about that's on you. You need an email account. Just open it up with Gmail or Hotmail, whoever, and get a phone number, and then here open phone. You can see that like they have $10 standard user a month, and then $25 for month, and then you have all these options here, and you can kind of look into what you want. If I was you and you're short and tight on cash, I would just go with the $10 per month, and you can even try it for free, and then see if that works for you. But yeah, you have all these frequently asked questions here. You can use a mobile device, your computer, and then it uses your internet connection. And calling and texting US and Canadian numbers is included. So anything you do here, United States, is included for those $10 a month, which is a really good deal. And then for your fax, if you want fax for beginning, I wouldn't even mess with fax number. Only if you see that a lot of people are asking you about that, then you can see if you can go to eFax, and then see if they let you sign up without a US address. Or I used to use eFax, but I switched to CocoFax, which is cheaper and more and simpler. I don't use fax a lot, only if I need to send my drivers, like a bill of lading to a truck stop or something like that. But other than that, I don't use fax, almost ever. Now, like when you find a carrier that's gonna work with you, then there's a problem how to get paid. Now I know that some companies like Stripe International, if you type in international, Stripe supported countries. So I think Stripe works in majority of countries. That's one of the popular. I had been using them for a while. Now, Stripe is if you want to charge someone via credit or debit card, then you can use them for a fee. Usually it's like a 3% fee here in United States. If you live abroad, I don't know how much they charge, but I don't think, like see right here, you can use Stripe here in 46 countries. And there are probably other services that you can use as far as credit payments go. I would just Google accept credit card payments abroad, and then see. So like it says here, 130 countries they accept Square. So you can use Square probably in your country, and then just go to square.com and then sign up for that. And then if so when you book a load with a broker and they pay the carrier, then you send an invoice to carrier, or you set up an automatic payment, maybe whatever works for them, whatever they feel comfortable with, and then you charge their debit or credit card for your fee. So let's say you book a load for $1,000, and sometimes the dispatching companies will charge the carriers whenever they get a payment from the broker, or sometimes they will charge it right away. That's up to you, whichever way you want to do that. So let's say you book a load for $1,000, and then it's time to charge the carrier for your 6% fee, and then you just charge them for $60. You go to your Square account or your Stripe account, and have their debit card saved, and then you charge them $60. Square will take their percentage, and then you keep the rest. It goes to your bank. You can also use PayPal. If the carrier wants to pay you with PayPal, then in that case you just need a PayPal account. Open up a PayPal account with your email address, and then you can charge them via PayPal. Usually here in the United States, you can ask for a check or ACH deposit, like you charge them, directly to the bank. But if you live abroad, then that's probably not gonna work. Not probably, but for sure, it's not gonna work. So your options are, using a credit card, debit card, using PayPal, and then maybe some of these apps that they have, like they have these local apps here that you can, like when you go to a garage sale or you want to lend someone money, like Venmo and those kind of apps. If that app works in your country, then they can send you the money. Even like if it has to come up with that, maybe use Western Union or MoneyGram. MoneyGram, in my eyes, is cheaper than Western Union. Their currency exchange is bad, and they charge a lot of fees. So MoneyGram, I like better. They have smaller fees, and then even if they have to do like once a month, your carrier once a week, and they can, do it online. Actually, you can sign up for MoneyGram online as a United States resident, and then you just connect your card or your account, and then you can send it abroad to anyone. It works in all countries, and you just send it, and then they go to the bank and pick it up. So there's a lot of ways to get paid from your carriers, so non-operators. As far as the legal things like how that works for them if you live abroad, with taxes and with regulations, I don't know any of that. You would have to look into that on your part, and they have to do that. I don't know any of that. So we have your payments covered too. Now let me quickly show you how you might look for carriers. Now, also one thing before I forget is that you need know how to call loads, how to negotiate on loads, United States geography, all the states where they are, highways, cities, and market areas. And then with time you learn all that. There are a lot of videos on YouTube who will teach you that for free. There are some courses that you take for a fee from other people. I don't have anything yet, but I come up with a lot of videos. You can watch my the videos that I have every week, a day in the life of a trucking dispatcher, and then you can pick up some tricks there, and then also do videos about other things as well, question and answers. So you may learn a lot from that. But let me just show you now. You go, and then I'll have all these addresses in the video description. So down below the video, click more, and then you'll have all these addresses that I'm talking about here in the description. Okay, so to look up carriers, this is the simplest way, and it's free. You go to FMCSA website, and then you will look up those carriers. Now, if you go to their homepage, it will be a little bit complicated, like any government website. Yeah. So, see, there's a lot of things here. But what you can do, you can Google FMCSA Safer Web. And that's what they call the service to check on trucking companies. So here you can look them up by DOT number or by name. So you go to name and you just start type in one letter, for example, letter C, and then you have all these trucking companies that include letter C. I mean, look at that. There's a lot of trucking companies, but this is not all of them. It doesn't. It says here possible keyword match, so you have to play with it. So maybe if you do CA, then you'll have all these. But we'll in future videos we'll go into depth. So like you click on one of them and then see how many trucks they have. See, it says here power units 1. And then they have one unit, and it probably means that this is an owner operator. And then there is a phone number here too that you can call. Sometimes they don't have phone numbers, so what you can do is you can Google this phrase, and then there are plenty of websites that will show their phone number here. see like here. But then see, this is Florida, so you have to make sure that it is in Florida. So you might want to add Florida here, and then it will come up here. So you have to see what kind of see, like one driver. So the number is 386 and this is 863. So we don't know if this is the same, but you can still call these guys and call these guys and then tell them who you are, and maybe have them just introduce yourself and tell them who you are and what you're doing, and maybe we can even call